Hello, everyone. It's been a while, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a very, very long time. It is good to be back, however. I've had a hell of a week. This past week hasn't been great, I'll be honest. But it is good to be back. If you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. My name is Violus, and today we'll be doing a bit of Dragon Age Origins. Before I forget, let me turn the music back on, because the music in this game is very good. Let's go ahead and switch to that scene, and we should be good to go. Alright, so, as you can see, we're doing a bit of Dragon Age tonight. For my first stream back, I definitely did not want to do Marvel Rivals, since if I'm going to be getting back into this, I don't want to be putting myself through that. We need to turn this down. I do like the music, but not when it's that loud. Definitely doesn't need to be that loud. There we go. Alright. So, anyway. My plan tonight is to do a little bit of this. Little quick update. I do have sub badges now. Since getting them, it has been quite a long time since my last stream, and I do apologize for that. But like I said, I have had a pretty bad past few days to a week. So getting another stream out has definitely been a daunting task, but I'm here now, and I guess without getting too much further into it, let's just get going. We'll just do base game for now. This is a completely vanilla playthrough. I didn't install any mods before this. We're just gonna let this play. And so is the Golden City, blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting.
The chantry teaches us
Read it
that
inside.
it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and warriors and mages, barbarians and kings, the Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. wait. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Malik, Witty, welcome in. Good to see you both. Am I correct in assuming that trial is done? No, he's still going. He's still going. Every time I click away from the stream window or from the game window, the audio stops. I don't really have any way to stop that. Anyway, good to see you both. It's really nice to be back and actually doing this again. Alright, so I'll go ahead and explain this. Old stream overlay, thank you. Glad you like it. I definitely do plan on changing it soon, though. Just so you know. So, this is the character generation screen. As you can see, you've got 2 genders, 3 races, and 3 classes, with the exception of the dwarf only having access to 2 because they cannot become mages, as you can see here. Dwarves are very tough and have a high resistance to all forms of magic, thus preventing them from becoming mages. We might be going with dwarves for this playthrough, although I'm not exactly sure. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know yet. So, depending on the race you choose, you have different backgrounds that you can choose from. Unless you pick mage, in which case, whether it be human or elven, you only have one, one background to choose from. Probably won't be picking human though. I might, I'm not sure yet. Have I beaten this before? Yeah, several times. I haven't played this on vanilla in quite some time though. So it has definitely been a while. Question is, what class do I want to play? I might just do human. Might even do human rogue, actually. Yeah, I'll be boring. I'll go human for this one. Probably... Team Rogue? Yeah, I might be Team Rogue for this one as well, honestly. Go with a... stealth 2-weapon backstab type for this one. I could also go archery. That's another option for rogues. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Male, human, rogue. Then, unfortunately, the only background available to non-mage humans is the human noble, so that's what we're going with today.
Greetings.
I'm not going to spend too long here. Probably won't even change the name. This is mostly fine. I usually don't spend too long in this screen, to be honest. Do that. Change the background a bit. Or we go that. Then that. You don't change the last name, but you can change the first name. Yeah, we're gonna kind of speed run this character generation screen. I actually will change the eyes, now that I mention it. Yeah, it depends. Some people like spending a long time in customization screens. I usually don't like doing that, if I can help it. Just go that for now. Next, we've got our attribute points. I didn't really go over it, but there were a few different things listed for each, each race. some races get specific bonuses in certain areas. I think humans get +1. I think it's +1 to strength, +2 to dex, and then +1 to cunning. Elves get +2 to willpower and +2 to magic, I believe. But I won't really be needing either of those things as a rogue, so I will need to invest a little bit into strength just so I can get better armor down the line. Because I will need good armor at some point. I probably don't even need. Eventually, I will need at least 16 cunning to get the maximum amount of speech options available to me. But for now, for initial creation, I might just go dexterity, to be honest. Maybe 14 strength, 17 dex, 15 con. Yeah, I think that's fine for now. Constitution is, I'm going to be honest, this stat is pretty useless, especially for rogues. If you find yourself needing to improve your constitution stat as a rogue, then you're probably playing the game wrong, to be honest. Right off the bat, I think I will go coercion, or maybe stealing. I will end up leveling up after the origin, so I could pick stealing if I want to. I don't need that, I don't need that, I don't need this. Is it kind of like Skyrim? I haven't played Skyrim, so I couldn't really tell you. So Skyrim is made by Bethesda, and then this is made by BioWare, both of which have two very different approaches when it comes to making RPGs. This is kind of a point and click. Both this and KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, are very much point and click. But games like Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, as you saw Trial play, they are all very much first-person kind of games. You have different, abilities to spend your points on and all that. Abilities, spells, talents, things like that. So this right here is your skills screen. And this is just miscellaneous things. I think I will go coercion for the first one. May as well explain it. So you need, depending on how far you are in the game, you will need the master coercion level to actually get, I guess you could say, the best speech options available to you. It's kind of, I guess it's like Skyrim with you need speech 100 if you want to get the best dialogue options available to you, make deals and such. But this is pretty far down the road. I probably won't see this until, I think, level 9, if I had to guess. Eventually, as a rogue, I will want stealing. That's a ways away, though. Also, as a rogue, you have access to deft hands, which this is basically your ability to pick locks, disarm traps, things like that. Then you also have stealth. I don't know if I want stealth right now. Do I want stealth for level 1? Maybe. I can also get below the belt if I want to. Or I could go archery, honestly. I think I will go stealth for now, because I will want stealth anyway. Well, actually, there are a lot of different ways to play this game, and I haven't played a human rogue in ever, I don't think. So, I have played a human warrior. Does it sound like your kind of game? I think you'd like it. It's also, I think, only $10 on Steam right now. Even if it goes on sale, I don't think that price drops at all. but even still, it's pretty cheap if you want to try it out. It is tough to decide, at least for me, what you want in the beginning, though. Okay, so I do definitely want to be able to disarm traps and pick locks, open doors, that kind of thing. So I do want to go down this route. As far as stealth goes, I could go with a... Can you respec it all? No, not in vanilla. Well, okay. Vanilla you can, but only with a certain bit of DLC. If you install a mod, there are mods out there, or at least one, that allow you to fully respec your character. So, since I will not be playing a modded playthrough, at least this time around, I need to be a lot more careful about what I choose to begin with. I think, to start off, this is tough. Hold on. 1, 2... So, spoiler alert, 20 levels is roughly the maximum. You can definitely get to a higher level before you face the final boss, but I don't think that's really something that people do, because past level 20, you're just too powerful for that boss anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is... Okay, so... After initial creation, I've got about... I've got 20 more points to spend. Want to make sure you actually want to follow through with whatever build you start. Yeah, exactly. I definitely don't want to dig myself a hole too early on. Ladies and gentlemen, get used to seeing this screen a lot, and get used to me spending a long time mulling over what things I want to get, because that's a lot of what this game is. KOTOR too. KOTOR as well, to an extent, but... And, you know, even Mass Effect, but this game in particular, you've got a lot of choices. You're not starved for choices to make. Even in the beginning, you've got various options available to you. I mean, I could just be an absolute fucking madman and decide that I don't want to be able to pick locks. But I'm not doing that. Because then I would have to take another rogue with me in my party to be able to do that, and I don't want to do a double rogue party. That just doesn't seem intuitive or productive to me. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I think I've got it. We'll do this for now. I will eventually need to get this. I would like a lot of these, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. Yeah, it's going... This is going to be tough to figure out, but if I keep this character all the way through to a DLC, then I'll have a way to get past the level 20 threshold. So, I won't stress about this too much. I will pick these, though. This should be fine. Unless I decide... Could go this... if I want. To start off with. I don't know how useful stealth is going to be for me. To begin with. Yeah, it's... I don't know. It's tough to decide, again, because of all the options that are available to you. But for rogues, you've got two different weapon options. Warriors have several. They've got dual weapon, weapon and shield, two-handed, and archery, of course. But with warriors, you don't really do that. It would take me hours to start this game between me customizing and figuring out skill points. Yeah, that's understandable. I'm sure it would take others same amount of time, roughly. A lot of choices to make, and making the wrong one can definitely be painful to deal with, especially since vanilla offers no way for you to respec. Let me think. It's hard for me to decide, do I want dual weapon, or do I want archery? Or do I want a mix of both? I think it would just be better for me to focus on one in particular. I could forego stealth for now and pick one of these. I think I will do that, actually. If I want to pick up stealth later, then I can. This ability in particular, which I can't get until level 12, is very useful. Basically, 1 out of every 5 physical attacks just misses against you. So I definitely will need to go down this route if I want that. This is less crucial if you are an archery, like a bow and arrow rogue, but for melee, backstab type of build, then you'll definitely want this. If you're going to be in the thick of the action, then you definitely want something that increases your defense, especially this much. It has been a very long time since I've played a human rogue in particular, so it's hard for me to decide which of these that I want. Before I do that, though, there is something else I have to do in the background before I forget, because if I don't do this now, then I definitely will. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 second. Do I normally go magic? I don't dislike mages, but I don't usually go that route as my main, as the player character. A lot of the spells in this game and a lot of the ways you can spec your mages is very appealing, but particularly vanilla, I prefer, I think, rogue, I would have to say. I like the stealth aspect of this game. I think you would like the, I mean, potentially, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think you would like the, what do you call it? The magic aspect of this game, which hopefully you'll be able to soon see very soon. Do I want to go bow and arrow? No, I don't. Alright, I'm gonna lay it down. I'm gonna make my decision right now. I'm gonna go dual weapon. Dual weapon rogue, which in this case means I want this. Dual weapon training. This will make... This will make dual weapon combat more effective. Alright, so these are my abilities to start off with. Eventually I will want stealth, but for now, this is okay. We'll be playing on the hardest difficulty.
For
I might die a few
generations,
times.
your family, the Couslands, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance.
I'm going to let this cutscene play out.
When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Cousland's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True, though we both had less gray in our hair then, and we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
And you, Arl Hal?
My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
See what I contend with, Hal? You can't tell my fierce boy anything these days, Maker bless his heart.
As uniquely talented as his father, I'm sure.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle. I'm certain you'd more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal with your mother if you join the war. She'd kill me if I let you go. She's already twisted into knots about Fergus and me going.
Do the sequels have anything to do with the prior games, or are they all their own story? I haven't played Dragon Age 2, Inquisitions, or Veilguard. Those are all the games that take place after this and were released after this. This is the only game that I've got any sort of experience with. Didn't know if you had to play in order. You probably do to understand the overarching storyline, but again, this is the only one I've ever played. Let me talk to her, I'll convince her.
I doubt that. You know your mother, and she made it clear there is no debate. This is no needless task. I ask you to take a great responsibility. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They defeated the Darkspawn long ago.
Not permanently, I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
Sorry, 1 second, chat. Alright, sorry about that. So yeah, this is our dad. This is Duncan, the guy in the intro cinematic, and he's mentioning that we would be a great candidate for the Grey Wardens. I wonder if that will come into play in the near future. The game isn't very subtle about this. Obviously, it's set up from the very beginning. Yes, you will become a Grey Warden. Because why wouldn't you? Your character needs to be set up as unique within this universe, of course. Can't just be some guy. I think I rather like that idea, Father.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Of course.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
I'd like to stay and talk to Duncan.
You'll have plenty of time after we're gone. We must discuss the battle plans in the south. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
I need to turn the tutorial off. I already know how to play this game. I need to turn the tutorials off. Hold on. Let's see how I do that. Okay, yeah, turn those off. Alright. Let's... Just a ton of pop-ups. It's like a Windows update.
Shouldn't you be off to your brother, as I asked?
Is sending all of our forces south a good idea?
When the king demands it. In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea. Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here. In case.
In case of what?
Legends of the Blights tell of horrible things. These Darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must prepare for the worst.
This is why I should go with you.
Stubborn as always. I understand. But this is why it's so important that you stay. But let's not speak of ominous things. We shall assume that all will go well, and the Maker will watch over us.
Can you do like an evil run in the... Yeah, you can. You can definitely make some very morally questionable choices in this game, for sure. Which reminds me, I don't have the mod installed that unlocks all the specializations, which means you might see at least one of those choices. Well, actually, no, I'm playing as a rogue. I don't need to make that choice at all. Or do I? I probably will. And then I'll make that choice and then I'll reset. Are you sure you'll be alright?
Your brother and I go into battle, not an afternoon tea. Who knows what will happen to us? I will tell you, however, you're my cherished son. I love you, and I trust you completely to carry on the Cousland name if the worst should happen. But don't worry about me, dear boy. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone.
What I will say, though, the answer to your second question, the ending is very much mostly the same, regardless of your choices. It's just that the way you get there will change a little bit based off of some of the choices that you make. In about a month from now, which is probably about as long as this playthrough will take, we'll see that come into effect. Where do you think Fergus is?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt. Saying goodbye to Oriana and your nephew.
I'll go now.
I'll talk to you soon. Just let me finish my meeting with Duncan.
I don't suppose, Witty, that you've really ever played any BioWare RPG, because if not, then you've probably got a lot. You'll probably see a lot of new and unfamiliar things when I get to those other games. Oh, I guess stream can't see the MSI Afterburner overlay. Forgot about that.
Yes?
How long have you and Father been friends?
We fought together under King Maric when he drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden. Heady times. The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again.
You knew King Maric?
Your father hasn't spoken of our time with him? That man took care of his friends. As they say, he was large as life and twice as tall. It's too bad Kalen isn't half that.
You don't think much of King Kalen?
I think of him as much as he thinks at all.
That's enough, Hal. You speak of our king.
Oh, the boy did ask, your lordship. As per the latitude you allow. I merely offered my opinion.
My RPG knowledge is Skyrim and Baldur's Gate. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a whole world out there. BRB, driving home, I'll be lurking. Alright, drive safe. Don't get into a car crash, please. I trust the delay with your men is nothing serious.
Poor weather, I believe. Their progress has been slow, but it's nothing you need worry about.
You told my father the delay was your fault.
In a manner of speaking. If I had reinforced our border levies earlier, my troops could have left before the rains. I confess, my confidence in your father allowed me some complacency. I guess that makes it as much his fault.
Your daughter is interested in me?
The topic has come up from time to time. The young and their infatuations.
I don't remember returning the interest.
That speaks to your nature, not ours. I can't say I approve of the freedom your father allows. If something did happen, well, we'd address it as befits a family of our stature.
We'll see.
I'm sure there will be much to discuss once I return.
I just want to wish you well, Arl Howe.
I thank you. That is quite unnecessary.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone.
I was hoping to ask you a quick question or two.
Very well. I doubt your father would mind a slight delay.
Are there really Darkspawn in the south?
Indeed. We spotted a horde assembling in the Korkari Wilds not 3 weeks ago. Luckily, King Kalen took us at our word and marshaled Ferelden's forces quickly. The first battles have already been fought. Your father and I must move quickly.
How many Darkspawn are there?
Thousands. Perhaps 10,000 or more in this horde. Normally the Darkspawn stay in the deep roads. It bodes ill that so many risk the surface.
How much danger are Fergus and my father in?
Well, I understand the first battles have gone easily.
Indeed. Are the Grey Wardens sure this is a blight, and not simply some large, darkspawn raid?
No archdemon has been sighted yet, my lord. But with my entire soul, I believe this is a blight.
I wish we shared your faith. I suppose we shall see for ourselves once we arrive at the King's camp.
Did you really come all this way to see Sir Gilmore?
I have only found a couple of worthy candidates in my travels across Ferelden. Your father invited me here, suggesting this Sir Gilmore. If he is not suitable, I will head south and join up with the king.
You know the king?
Not well. King Cousland is an eager young man who has shown great wisdom in responding to the Darkspawn threat.
I've heard he's a bit enraptured with the Grey Warden legend, and that is why he caters to your order.
How? That is unworthy of you.
He only repeats what we've all heard. Whatever the king's reasons, I'll take his support. The priority is defeating the Darkspawn before they threaten all of Ferelden.
Would you really recruit me into the Grey Wardens?
Of course. You're young, skilled, and eager for battle. Or so I heard. The Grey Wardens do not recruit simply anybody, and I intend no flattery when I say you show promise. The old treaties allow me to conscript you even against your father's wishes, but I will not do so. Our order is too small to risk animosity with Ferelden's nobility.
And glad I am to hear it.
It's tempting, your lordship, but I'm content to see what other candidates your castle offers.
I'll leave you alone then.
Until we speak again.
Greetings, my lord. You are the Terran's son, are you not? That is good to know. I understand you shall take charge of your father's castle once we march. I apologize. Good evening, my lord.
Good evening, my lord.
Right, it will be quite some time before we can get to any action, unfortunately. We still have to go... Where do we need to go? Oh yeah, we have to talk to our brother, older brother, Fergus. These doors on the left and right are locked, but since I am a rogue, I can unlock them easily. Well, relatively easily. I need to fix my sensitivity a little bit. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, that's fine. Is there anything in here? Oh, there it is. It's been a while since I saw the inside of this castle. I'm a bit unfamiliar with it. Just a little bit.
Good evening, my lord. Good evening, my lord.
It's a good thing I chose Rogue, otherwise I wouldn't be able to open any of the containers in here.
The castle is so eerie with everyone preparing to ride south. It'll be so empty.
We will serve you while the Terran is away.
Good evening, my lord. Good evening, my lord. Good evening, my lord.
Evening, my lord. Evening, my lord.
Maker, prepare a place for us. Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all!
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
Perhaps later.
There may not be another time.
I don't see the point.
I would hope that one who may succeed the Tarn would value piety more than that.
I've told you before, I don't believe in the Maker.
I prayed that the danger your brother and father face might change your mind. It saddens me that you will walk alone in this world and the hereafter by your choice of blindness. But I will bother you no further. I must yet administer to soldiers who will appreciate it. Excuse me. I'm sorry, child, but I must attend the spiritual needs of those heading into battle. Perhaps tomorrow we may talk more.
So as you just saw, that's one of the main religions of this game. We'll get more info on that later, though. No need to go into it too much right now. Where is my... Okay. Sorry. Just wanted to make sure that my automated commands were actually working, and they are. It's just been a long time since they last went off.
Oh, my lord, we were just,
Taking a break? Playing cards?
well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Tarn stationed us here.
Did my father fear someone would steal something?
I don't know. Nobody has come to look at the treasury.
Who has the key to the treasury?
The Tarn, and perhaps the Tanner? Honestly don't know, my lord.
I'll forget about it. This time.
Yes, my lord. Thank you. We won't forget this.
Right. Game crashed. I don't know why. I guess the game just couldn't handle that. Let me start it back up again. Oh, I didn't even save. I didn't even save after all that. Damn. Are you really gonna crash again? Do I need to turn VSync on? What's the issue? Maybe my frame rate's too high. That might be it. I don't know if the game could handle a frame rate that high. Might need to fix that. I'll turn on VSync. Just to see if that works. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just resume, see if this works. You are not about to crash again. There's no way. Oh my. I don't know what this game's deal is. Do I need to... Hold on. Let me go to my video settings. I'll turn down... I'll just turn all this off, see if that helps. Load game. that autosave is... Or, wow, my game looks like shit. Let me fix all that. Apparently my game can't... Apparently my PC... My PC's handling it just fine. I'm playing on a 4070 Ti Super. And the game can't handle... The game can't handle when I turn up my graphics settings. Let me keep troubleshooting this. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I need to figure this out. Let me see what the internet has to say about this. I'll be back in a bit, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the inconvenience. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have some bad news. So, in order to get the game to work, I would have to install a few things, one of which is the 4 GB patch, and all of that would take some time. I was under the impression that I would only need to install this if I plan on using mods, but that appears to not be the case. It appears that I will just, if I want to play the game at all and have any sort of stability without having to deal with constant crashes, then I will unfortunately have to actually install the patch, as well as maybe a few other things. So, with that being said, I unfortunately will have to call it here. Sorry for the extremely short stream. I know this was a bit of a nothing stream, and I apologize for that. Especially for being my first stream back, it wasn't very good. But in the background, before tomorrow's stream, which I'm hoping to also do at a much earlier time of day, I should have everything all taken care of. I'll even do some testing again off stream to make sure that everything's good and working the way it's supposed to. I apologize once again. Everybody who stopped by, thank you for doing so, whether you're lurking or chatting. I appreciate you coming by as usual. With all that being said, though, ladies and gentlemen, hope you all have a good rest of your night, day, afternoon, night, whatever the case is, wherever you are in the world. Take care and stay safe.